Jai Hind, welcome to class of Satellite and Radar System. This is Unit 3, Part 1, and we will be talking about direct broadcast TV today. So these are the contents of my lecture. The satellite television will be talking about role of satellite in entertainment, and finally DBS TV. So what is DBS TV? DBS TV is direct broadcast TV, right? Satellite television has its role since 1968 when Tokyo Olympics was first broadcasted, right? So basically, why do we use satellite for direct broadcast television, and what is its role in it? We know that signal has to be processed at Earth station, and then that has to be communicated via satellite to be broadcasted to different region or to broader area. So satellite here acts as a relay. So at Earth station, signals are processed and they are transmitted through uplink frequency to the satellite, and from there they are retransmitted back to a broader region in the Earth where it has to be broadcasted. So the first thing, that is, upconversion takes place into higher microwave frequencies or RF frequencies, we can say, and then the satellite acts as mirror in the space and it will reflect back the waves to a broader region where it has to be telecasted, right? So we call it broadcast as there are a larger group of people who will be receiving this signal, right? For this particular purpose, when we use dish antennas at our home and we directly receive that signal, that is called as direct to home service. So we can say DBS is a successor of your DTH, that is direct to home services. Now we are using direct broadcast satellite. We are receiving the signals directly from satellite. Here not a single earth station is used which through cable is transmitting signals to different homes. That was the case when we used to have cable TVs. So there is a difference between cable TV and satellite TV, and in satellite TV we can talk about DTH and DBS. So cable TV was the time when a particular earth station used to receive signal from the satellite, and through coaxial cable, most of the time here nowadays we were using optical fibers. Through cables it has to be transmitted to different homes. That was the time of cable TVs, which we have seen in our younger ages. Now we are approaching towards satellite television, and almost everyone in this world now uses satellite as a mode of communication or receiving signals directly to home. For this particular purpose, we do use small parabolic antennas or reflectors in our rooftop. These are small parabolic reflectors of approximately diameter 0.5 meters, right? So this is how we are using satellite communication in our day-to-day life for entertainment. And DBS TV is one of the major application of satellite communication, which is generating highest amount of one of the participator in producing or generating maximum amount of revenue. So mobile calls, internet, DBS TV, these three are the major applications of satellite communication, and it helps in generating major revenue. So the most common method for TV signal distribution to cover large areas on the earth is using satellite. The satellite is placed at the height of about 36,000 kilometers. That is, we are talking about geostationary satellite. So for direct broadcast satellite, Majorly we use geostationary satellites which are precisely placed at a height of 35,786 kilometers. The satellite is used as a relay station, right? The TV signal which need to be distributed is first up converted. This is the first thing. At Earth station it is first up converted to higher microwave frequency, and these are passed to the satellite using directional antennas. So these are the steps. At Earth station we do first perform up conversion, then with the help of directional antennas, we can see here it acts as a directional antenna, and here the up conversion takes place, and that is transmitted through uplink, right? Then the satellite receives these signals and it translates to another RF carrier frequency and transmit them back on the earth, right? The cable TV companies pick these signals and distributes them to subscriber, right, as per the package they have subscribed for. The concept wherein cable TV companies have been bypassed. True. Nowadays we do not use cable TV, and subscribers directly receive the signals from the satellite is referred as direct broadcast satellite, that is DBS TV. The latest DBS system employ low noise amplifiers, LNAs we are talking about. LNA is the component that is put in front of any receiver that we use for RF communication, right? And will usually have very small dish antenna, about 18 in. So if we talk about D2H, it's approximately 0.5 meters, right? DBS system provides high quality video and audio due to digital techniques. So this is one of the prominent feature of my DBS TV, which is making it very famous in today's world, right? High quality of video and audio streaming because of the digital techniques we use. So these are the components of DBS TV. We have a programming source, we have the broadcast center, the satellites which are used for relay, the viewer's dish antenna, and the receiver, right? So programming sources could be group of people who are contributing towards making and enabling that technology. Then we have broadcast centers, and in broadcast centers we do have earth station or that antenna, the directional antenna, which will be transmitting my signal via uplink to the satellite, right? And when it reaches the satellite, then it will be the signal will be translated, and via downlink it is passed on to the two particular receivers which subscribe for that channel or particular program that has to be telecasted, right? And at home we do have this unit, this receiving unit, that comprises of a set-top box and other components like the remote, and that is viewed, right? So this makes the complete components of my DBS TV, just similar to DTH. What are the various features which makes it very popular among us? That is high definition. This is a new feature which is added to today's TV, right? We get to watch our channels in HD. So it's up to us that whether we subscribe for that package where we get to see pictures with a better view, with better picture quality, with better sound quality, right? So we pay differently for HD TV channels, right? So high definition, it is one of the very catchy feature which is attracting most of the population today, right? It has simple user interface. By simply pressing the remote, we switch to different channels, we can change mode, we can record our the favorite program, and there's so many features which is even user friendly. We can use voice assistant for it, right? So by enabling, by installing certain app in our mobile phone, we can operate our smart TV, and so like that, which is and the interface is also very simple. It has internal drive, it has memory element as well, we can record programs as well, episodes as well, remote management and playback through digital video recorder, right? Detailed program information. When we switch to any channel, there is information about it which we can read. Before starting any movie, we get to see what that movie is about. We don't have to use another device to check what this documentary or movie is about. There is written information in it which is available, right? Then keyword search. We can directly play YouTube and or any other channel, and we can search with keyword, right? We have favorite list. We can make our favorite list as well. That you might have observed, when you watch, it asks for who's watching, and you can, with your name, you can feed that person A is watching, and this is the favorite list. So whenever you switch on, you get to see those like you get to see that favorite list first, that if you want to play that. So that makes our life so convenient, and entertainment so much more entertaining, right? So this picture shows satellite TV. Now if we talk about what kind of transmitter and receiver helps us in fulfilling this complete communication. So first of all, the TV signal is uplinked to the satellite using C-band or Ku band. So this is something important we must take care of. In DBS TV, we either use C-band or Ku band. There are two parts in the satellite frequency allocations, like uplink frequency and downlink frequency, which is true and applies for any kind of satellite communication that we talk about. C-band uses 5925 to 6425 megahertz as transmit frequencies and 3700 to 4200 megahertz as receiving frequency, right? For transmitting in C-band, we know that C-band operates in 64 gigahertz, right? So here this much as transmitting frequency and this much frequency as receiving frequency. And if we use Ku band, then 14 to 14.5 gigahertz as transmitting frequency and 12 to 12.5 gigahertz as receiving frequency, right? So basically C band and Ku band is used for television communication by using satellite. The video signal frequency modulates the microwave carrier as mentioned on one of the 24 channels. Here modulation plays an important role. We know what is modulation. When any either of the characteristic of a carrier wave is altered with respect to instantaneous value of the message signal. So for any microwave frequency, before transmission, modulation is important. For long distance communication, for RF communication, modulation is one of the integral part, right? So modulation takes place first, and for the video signal. Then audio signal with video frequency modulates subcarrier in the 5 to 8 megahertz range, right? These are certain facts that we must remember. And 6.2 and 6.8 megahertz are the most commonly used carriers, right? And stereo sound is used to modulate 5.58 and 5.76 megahertz. The video occupies spectrum from 0 to 5 megahertz. The uplink frequency, right? This is C-band we are talking. As mentioned in the received by the satellite and down converted and amplified using transponder module on the board. We know when we use C-band, approximately 6 gigahertz frequency is used for uplink and approximately 4 gigahertz frequency is used for downlink, because up conversion in satellite is little difficult, whereas if it is down converted, then it makes the whole task easier, right? The down converted lower frequency signal is transmitted back to Earth, right? Approximately 4 gigahertz. Satellite TV signal transmitter and receiver. That continues. The satellite TV receiver provides the signal to the consumer TV set. It mainly houses parabolic dish and antenna, low noise amplifier and down converted, and IF circuitry, right? So what it mainly has: receiver, it has dish antenna, it has low noise amplifier, down converter, and IF, because any RF frequency is first converted into IF band, then is converted into baseband, audio, video, right? This is the basic procedure that any receiver follows whenever we do communicate in RF frequency, radio frequency. Radio frequency is not directly converted back, down converted to baseband frequency. First it needs to be converted to IF frequency, that is intermediate frequency. We do have complete setup for this. We have low noise, we do have low noise amplifiers, right? When RF is given in input, we have LNA, then we pass on to some product modulator, then that is down converted, right? So but that down conversion occurs in IF form. Sorry, I'm making it from right to left. That is converted into intermediate frequency. Then after demodulation and all, it gets converted into baseband frequency. And in between we do have many numbers of your bandpass filters and amplifiers that helps us rejecting most of the noise and amplifying the low power actual message signal. Right, so here we talk about RF circuit. The IF circuits along with the demodulators segregate both voice and video and provide interfacing with the TV set. In addition, satellite receiver will have control circuits to change the position of the satellite dish antenna. That is true. Our antenna first of all needs to be placed in with a particular angle. So for initial installation we always have to call an engineer to install it properly. Later on all this control can be managed. Antenna is the most critical part in the communication link here. The signal of the satellite on Earth vary in strength. Sorry, that is variable, right? Due to the areas on Earth where received signal is strong, will require smaller less gain antennas, right? And the areas where received signal is weak requires high gain larger size antenna. If the power is less, we need large antenna and they must be having greater amount of gain so that we can compensate for that loss, right? So antenna is a critical part. Satellite TV receiver usually will be of single conversion type or dual conversion type, right? So that depends on the what kind of transponder we are using. Single conversion type will have 70 or 140 megahertz intermediate frequency, right? Dual conversion type will have first IF of about 770 megahertz, mostly in 600 to 1500 megahertz range, and the second IF of about 70 to 140 megahertz. The dual conversion helps in image frequency rejection, right? So the kind of setting we use, it is better if we go for direct double conversion, because double conversion helps in most of the frequency rejection, image frequency rejection. This is in super heterodyne receivers. We all must have studied that image frequency creates major issues. The channel which is not intended to be received is received at times. The reason is my receiver somehow misunderstand that signal, that which channel has to be received, and instead of that channel it receives some other channels. So that frequency acts as image frequency, and this concept is well studied in super heterodyne receivers. So if we see this image frequency, if we check what happens in a receiver, first of all, signal is received via an antenna, then it is passed to low noise amplifier, and then to product modulator, right? This antenna is prescribed to receive a particular frequency that is assumed to be the channel we want to watch, right? Suppose that channel is X, right? But at times, instead of X, we do receive X bar, right? Which is not the intended channel, which is not the channel we intend to receive. But my receiver somehow passes this frequency. The reason here, we use gang tuning. What is gang tuning? With manual control, we manage what carrier frequency has to be passed to this product modulator so that we get a fixed amount of IF frequency, and the difference of here A and B goes, right? At times, if we get here X, the difference of AB is X. At times when it is not A, instead of A, it is A dash, then also A dash, difference of A dash and B will get me X. That is the image frequency, right? We can take a simple example. Here, if I get 5 Hertz, 5, and here if 15 Hertz is passed on, difference of 5 and 15 makes us 10. So instead of 5, if somehow I get 25, then again the difference of 25 and 15 is 10. So instead of accepting 5 Hertz, at times my signal might receive 25 Hertz, and that is not the intended channel which I wish to watch. So that frequency acts as image frequency. All the image frequency can be managed and controlled in communication. So we have a separate line of study for it. So that's it for today. Thank you.